Hey y'all, it's Mocha Mima. It's Tuesday, so it's time for Tuesday Topics Takedown. Let me play my intro and we'll talk about it.
Work, work, work. To me, I be work, 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 work. See me do me dirt, 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 dirt. So me for that work, 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 work. When you walk a line, 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 line. In the girl, be murder, da, 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 da. Try me, I deserve it. Let the devil be lurking. Yeah. You make a like, now you not like it. You know I dealt with you the nicest. Nobody touched me in the righteous. Nobody text me in a crisis. I believe that all of your dreams are duration. You took my heart, all my keys, and my patience. You took my heart, I'm a seed for decoration. You mistaken my love, I brought for you for foundation. All that I wanted from you was to give me something that I never had, something that you never seen, something that you never been. But I wake up and nothing's wrong. Just get ready for work, 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 work. To me, I be work, work, work.
Hey y'all, it's Mocha Mima. Welcome to my channel. If it's your first time here, an extra special welcome. If you've been here before, welcome back. Make sure you guys like, subscribe, click on the bell button for the uploads. That way you know every time I upload or go live. Y'all, it's Tuesday, so it's time for my topics takedown. I'm going to try to make this quick because I am tired. It's been a long day. Now, y'all, we're going to start off with, you see, I got a lot of people on this thumbnail, so we're going to try to get through this. We're going to start off with rest in peace. You guys know over the weekend, we had a shooting down in Jacksonville, Florida at a Dollar General store. A young white man who was a white supremacist went into the Dollar General down there. He shot Angela Michelle Carr, 52 years old, who was sitting in her car. She had just dropped off um, a passenger that she had Ubered over there. There was Anult Joseph Laguerre Jr., 19 years old, and Gerald Deshaun Gallion, 29 years old. I think Gerald worked in the store. I think Anult was a college student. I believe that had gone to buy snacks at the store. Um, it's just a shame that this happened. The guy, of course, went there with the AK-47 or whatever gun it was. He went there with, and we know this is a growing problem all over the U.S. with these shootings. And then, the next day, Ron DeSantis did a press conference. It was either Monday morning. I think it was Monday morning. He did a press conference. I didn't want to even put that video up here because I'm so sick of seeing him. But and people down there in Florida are just very, they're very upset and distraught, and I don't blame them. So our prayers, and I get so tired of saying thoughts and prayers for the people in Jacksonville. But these people they've got to do something. Something has to be done about these people going in and shooting up not only our people, shooting up people, period, just killing people for no reason. If you have some type of racist ideology, keep it to yourself. Um, and they're saying the person was mentally ill. It wasn't mentally ill because I believe they said he drove 10 miles to that store. First he had gone to a college, an area college, and he was going to shoot people there, but the security guards at the college saw him on campus and shoot him away from the campus. So he went over to the dollar store and shot those people. So they did not die in vain. Something's going to happen. Something's going to have to give because we can't put up with this any longer. So just keep them in your prayers. Pray for their families that they'll be able to get through this hard thing. All right, next. Rest in power to Lawrence Lax Sr. He was the last surviving child of Henrietta Lacks. Remember back on August 1st, which was Henrietta's birthday, I reported about how they had finally come to a settlement with Thermo Fisher um, for her life-saving life-saving cells, HeLa cells that had been they've used in research. So her son passed away, and thank God he got to see that. So now the rest of the family will keep going and whatnot. So rest in peace to Lawrence Lack Sr. Oh, rest in peace to this young man. He was the number two high school basketball player in Alabama. He passed away Friday after collapsing on the court during a workout. Um, this has been happening a lot lately to a lot of young athletes. Sometimes it's a congenital heart defect. Sometimes there's a thing called Wolf Parkinson White, where some of these young athletes, there's a problem with the pathways in their heart. The you have electrical impulses in your heart, and sometimes there's issues with the pathways. So, but this case is under investigation through autopsy. So, rest in peace to Caleb White. Definitely gone too soon, and his poor family. Thinking about the promise that this young man had, and now they have to deal with burying him. It's a shame. And then shout out to Bob Barker. Bob died over the weekend. He was 99 years old. He was the longtime host of The Price is Right. He started hosting The Price is Right back in the 1970s. I remember that was my grandmother's show. I think it came on at 11 o'clock. It was on for an hour. I enjoyed watching it whenever we would stay home from school. You watched it. I loved the big wheel. That big wheel that's behind him there, that was my thing. That's why I picked that picture. And my favorite game on the show was Plinko, where they would drop the little disc at the bottom and it would go down at the top and it would fall all the way down to the bottom. That was my favorite game. So rest in peace to Bob Barker. All right, here we go. Reality TV. Oh, these Atlanta girls. All right, the Real Housewives of Atlanta, they had their season finale this past Sunday. And then yesterday, I think it was yesterday or early this morning, I can't remember when. It was yesterday. B. Scott, Love B. Scott, got the exclusive news that they are doing a complete makeover. They got some exclusive tea that they're going to recast the whole show at some point during for the next season. That they're going to go on hiatus, and they are going to get all new peaches. So they are trying to find new cast members. And as you know, last season, they had a hard time trying to find cast members. So that's why that trash box Marlo is still there. So hopefully they won't. Hopefully, you know, I want to see them keep Kenya, but I know Kenya is not happy with production right now. They also said that they are not bringing back any old faces like Portia or Kim. I mean, Kim was saying, oh, she was coming back because, she's going through this divorce thing. The divorce is back on. I'm not reporting on it because I don't care about her or Croy. But it seems like they're going to put them on a hiatus because Real Housewives of New York is doing so well with their reboot. So they are recasting them, and they may keep around a couple people. They really need to get rid of Courtney as a friend of. I really think they need to keep Drew. I really think they need to keep Drew. I think they need to get rid of Courtney. I'm really now rethinking Candy after seeing the interview she did with Courtney. And I think I'm going to report on that in a separate video because I do have some feelings on that. There are a lot of people that report on Real Housewives of Atlanta. If you want to see, breakdowns of those episodes, you can go. They're very easy to find here on YouTube, but it's just that that speak on an interview was just very disturbing for me. And I was a fan of Candy's, but this has made me really think different of her. Seeing her do this interview with Courtney, so it's something to think about. But like I said, they're going to recast them. So some other adjacent news to them. You guys know, if you're following it, you know about the whole thing with Drew, and they're saying she may have had uh, maybe having a relationship with Ty, and we all knew about this months ago when Mimi Faust, who's Ty's ex, dropped a little video thing with the song "Munch" by Ice Spice. So Ty put on her Instagram feed. She said, fellas, women go through so much in life. The least you could do is be 6 feet tall. Shots fired. And then Shady uh, uh, Neighborhood Talk put Ralph Pittman's height up there, and he is 5 feet 6 inches tall. Let me take a sip of my iced tea. Yeah. But Ty commented that she didn't mean anything by it, that this is something that she puts all the time on her timeline. Ty herself, I think, is 6 feet tall herself, and she was a basketball player and everything. So it is what it is. Oh, well, Ralph. I mean, hey, it is what it is. Y'all, here's some more reality TV news. We all know Bambi from Love and Hip Hop Atlanta, Erica Mena from Love and Hip Hop Atlanta. And by the way, Bambi's real name is Addie Richardson. Erica Mena, and then we all know Zell Swag, who is Saucy Santana's boyfriend. And then there was another gentleman that was arrested with them. They were all with Saucy, but Saucy ran out and left them in this hookah lounge in Atlanta. I guess they got into a fight down there. From what I've heard, Erica was fighting, and Zell, I guess, was trying to break it up. But anyway, they all started fighting. And Zell's real name is Rodney Shaw. He looks like a Rodney. But anyway, the police came on the scene and arrested the three of them and this other man. They said the fight started because a bouncer wanted and security asked him to leave, and I guess Erica got in the security's face. That's when, if you see some of the videos going around, you see Saucy grab her. I don't know if she goes by her or him, but Saucy grabbed their bag and got the heck up out of there. So these three got arrested. I'm like, what the heck? A hot mess. A hot mess. Look how Erica looked. She didn't have no makeup on or nothing. At least Bambi had something on, but Erica, not compared to that. Remember, I did that. Look back at that video I did last week of her. I think I did it on Thursday with her. Big difference. Ooh, child. Oh, Eva and Michael's divorce is final. Listen, I happened to look on YouTube, and I was watching a video just briefly. I can't think of this girl's name. She's in Atlanta. She just got sentenced with murdering her boyfriend. I don't know if she ended up being charged with murder. This is allegedly. But she killed her boyfriend. So I don't remember if she got what if it was murder or manslaughter, what it was. But I'm watching it, and then it just like went there, and I looked, and one of the lawyers was Michael Sterling, child. But anyway, him and Eva got divorced on August 3rd. They agreed not to take any alimony or spousal support. Or Eva agreed. She's going to keep the $1 million home that they had. And she filed back in May. So that was quick. A lot of stuff is happening quick these days. So yeah, Michael's not getting child support either. I thought I had read that. And they worked out the custody agreements, and they're keeping their bank and retirement accounts. And also, people have been seeing Eva. Eva look like she's lost weight and everything. And I mean, it's stressful going through a divorce, doing whatever work she's doing. I don't know exactly what she's doing now. Taking care of three kids, all that kind of stuff. And she's lost some weight. So people were commenting on her, and she said, remember Chadwick. And yesterday was anniversary of his passing. It's been 2 years now since he passed. So she said that because people, remember they were coming at Chadwick and saying all this stuff about him, not knowing the man was suffering from cancer. So, I want to see I mean, Eva is holding on to the story of this divorce so she can get a good coin behind this. So I want to know what happened for them to break up. So I'm glad that they worked everything out, that everything is smooth. We haven't heard anything except for Michael wanting her back. So we'll see what happens. Shout out to them. Mm. Now here's a face. I brought this back for you. Here's a face you have not seen in a long time. Remember Noella from was it Real Housewives of Beverly Hills? Here's another picture of her. Noella, biracial butterfly Noella. Child, Noella is going through it. Let me tell you. First of all, Noella ended up, she was married to James Bergner. And remember, she was suing James. James was in Puerto Rico. He left her with no money, and she had to get money from her mother. It was a hot mess. Then she was basically fired or not asked to come back, but that's firing for Real Housewives of Beverly Hills. So then, is it Beverly Hills or Orange County? Orange County. I'm sorry. So then, so she took James to court. So she was asking for $52,000 a month. I was like, damn. So they were going back and forth. So she ends up with $25,000 a month. So that was back, I believe, in July that they made that determination. That's still a good amount. But her son, her cute little boy, as you saw in the pictures there, her son has autism. So she has to get, James is living over in Puerto Rico, I guess. So she has to get her own health insurance. So, he's really a cute kid. So, with that, it's going to be therapy and all kinds of things for her son, and which I understand how that is because I have a child that's disabled. So I know how that stuff works. So now, she is being sued by a company, but not by a company, by the lawyers from her. She has an older daughter. So the company, I keep saying company, the lawyers, well, it ends up, that's what happened. The lawyers who she owed money to for the litigation from her other daughter, and this is going back from like 2014. She was in a maternity battle with the father of her daughter. She got this big bill of $293,000 for their work, but then there was interest of $116,000 and $5,000 in other fees. So this ended up going up to $450,000. The law firm sent it over to collections, and then collections filed the civil suit against her. So I guess they waited to see when she was going to be getting some child support. So they filed it. I guess she didn't show up for court. So now they end up getting a default judgment. So now she's going back to court asking for the debt to be thrown out of court. This is being reported on by Radar Online. Child, she is a mess. She's a mess. She thought that her ex was responsible for the bill. That's a big damn bill. That's a big damn bill. Child, Noella, girl, get it together. Get it together, please. But she's a pretty girl. She was a video girl and everything back in the day. So I don't know. Noella, all I could say to her is get it together. My computer is giving me some, it's giving me some trouble. Well, let's see. All right, Noella. They should have brought her back. But now she can't come back with the child issue and all that. No, she can't come back. She's good where she's at. All right, now y'all on to politics. Ooh, it's a hot mess politics. Y'all, this is Trevion Cutie. She was one of the last of Trump's 18 minions that had to get turned itself in on Thursday before noon. So this is a picture she took. This is what I don't understand. Most of the time when people have to go for, your mugshots, you're supposed to give like your full face like you do in your passport pictures. You know how in your passport pictures you have to put your face up so they see your full face? Usually that's what they do in mugshots, because I guess they have those. Well, I don't know if they have mugshot books. Like on Law and Order, they have the mugshot books and whatnot. So maybe now they do things digital. I don't know. But anyway, look how she looks, evil and demented. So that's Trevion Cutie. And this is Reverend Stephen Lee. I put his name up there because I knew I would forget. Look at him. He went there. I don't have it in this picture, but y'all know he didn't go up there with his collar on. He went there with the collar on to show up. I don't know, maybe to get some sympathy. Yes, Iyanla, with the collar on. He went there with the collar on, I guess, to get some sympathy. And they're not in the sympathy business down at Fulton County Jail. They're up for fingerprints and mugshots and booking you and sending you on your way after the bail bondsman has left. So they will all be in court on September 6th. They all get arraigned. And from what I read, they're doing all of them in like 15-minute increments. They have them all set up to be arraigned. So it's going to be a real poop show on that day. But I will be there watching it while I work because Georgia, those courts down in Georgia, they can have the cameras inside. So I will be watching. And then I don't have it up here. It reminds me of Mark Meadows, who was Trump's chief of staff. He was there yesterday, and they said he was spilling his guts about stuff. But he wants it to be taken to federal court, but he doesn't realize what he says can be used against him and used against Trump. So, hot mess. Here is Eminem, and that is Vivek Ramaswamy. He's on the Republican side running for president. Vivek is a jackass. Anyway, Vivek has been rapping to some of Eminem's songs. So Eminem has sent him a cease and desist letter, threatening to sue him and the whole thing. Eminem's real name is Marshall Mathers. So BMI received communication from him that he's objecting to Vivek using his Eminem's musical compositions during his campaign. It says here, this is according to CNBC News, BMI will consider any performance of the Eminem works by the Vivek 2024 campaign from this day forward to be a material breach of the agreement for which BMI reserves all rights and remedies with respect thereto. They are not playing with Vivek. Remember, who was it? Dr. Dre told that to Marjorie Taylor Greene. He was like, B, stop using my song, because she was using one of his songs. They are not playing with these people. They are not playing. And Eminem don't play because if you may remember, Eminem also sent Giselle and Robin. I think he was suing them, or he has sent them a cease and desist because of their reasonably shady podcasts, and they wanted to make different um, things like T-shirts or cups or whatever. So I'm not sure what happened with that litigation, but because he had trademarked that brand with the word shady, so I'm not sure how that worked out because that was a whole big mess. So Vivek, you better stop it. So we're gonna keep listen. We're gonna keep on with politics with Vivek. We have some brown on brown crime, y'all. Brown on brown crime. So I told y'all, Vivek is is annoying as f. Okay, and we know Nikki Haley, who I also can't stand, but she had got into him on last Wednesday during the debate. Anyway, why was he on the campaign trail? Y'all, he called out her whole government name. He called out her whole government name. Her maiden name, Haley, I guess is her married name. Her last name Haley. Now Vivek, she called him pathetic. He was on the going around the places. He said keep lying, Nimrata Randhawa. Now her name is Nimrata. Her maid, she was born Nimrata Nikki Randhawa. She is she's from India, like Vivek is as well. They have Indian parents that are from India. They're first generation here in the United States. Both of them are. She, is from South Carolina. I believe he grew up in Cincinnati. So he's mad at her anyway from the debates last week. But y'all, some brown on brown crime going on. I can't wait to the next debate because she is gonna slam him. But he's going up in the polls for some reason. I can't stand him. He's very annoying. He's like those gnats that fly around the bananas that you just want to smack. That's him. All right, let me go to what's next. Y'all, the Biden administration has rolled out their first 10 drugs selected for Medicare price negotiation, and it is Eliquis, Jardiance, Xarelto, Januvia, Farxiga, Entresto, Embro, Imbruvica, Stelara, and Fiast. I don't know what Fiast is. That's something for diabetes. The other ones, every single one of them, we have all seen them on TV with commercials. So, and those are all the brand name drugs. So, I'm going to do some more investigation into this because I'm wondering if because it affects Medicare price negotiation, those of us who have commercial insurance, will that mean that ours will go down? Because if so, I want to see the Embro injection. I forget, but I'd like to check and see if I could get that Embro because my arthritis be out of control, y'all. But Brian Harris is once again trying to work on something, and let me tell you, every week I hear of people who are getting their student loans forgiven. They have been trying to do stuff, but they're chipping away at it little by little. So just keep hope alive, y'all. It'll happen for you. I know several people who have had student loans that were over 150,000 that were dismissed, that gone. So just keep hope alive. All right, this is Justin Jones. You remember the Tennessee Three from was that earlier this year that happened, I believe? Well, y'all, this has happened with now. Those racists down in Tennessee decided they want to quiet Justin Jones during a special session of the legislature. I know they were having a problem where they were trying to find the governor. They couldn't find him. They were ready to put a what do you call it, Amber Alert out for him or whatever because they couldn't find him. Well, it's this thing. It's a technical thing in Tennessee where someone wants to make a motion, then they ring a bell and they do all this stuff. Anyway, they prohibited him from speaking for the rest of the day. It was something crazy, and it's just that here they go again with the BS. So y'all, it just tells us that we have to vote. We really have to get out there and vote, especially those down in Tennessee, Alabama, Georgia, Missouri, those states down there, and up here too. Those of us in Connecticut, New York, and all those places. Like New York, um, is their state has some crazy policies too when it comes to voting. We're not as bad here in Connecticut, but we do have certain sections where we got our issues, but we don't go through what people go through in red states. So shout out to Justin Jones, Justin Pearson, to and Gloria Johnson. They're sticking in there, hanging in there for their Tennessee constituents. So if you're down in Tennessee and you hear this, just do what you can. Make sure you vote. The fall is coming, so that means local elections are coming. Your mayor, I don't know if it's governor time there. It should be governor. It might be governor time because it's an odd year. So maybe governor time near city council. Anything that's open, like the primary should be coming up usually in September. A lot of the primaries come. So keep an eye on it. Make sure your voter registration is valid. You can check that online and make sure you go and vote in person if you possibly can. Go and vote. Make sure your ID is up to date and make sure you vote. All right, pop culture. We're almost done, y'all. All right, Noah Lyles. Noah Lyles he becomes the first man to win at the 100 meter and 200 meter at a world champion since Usain Bolt in 2015. I can't believe that was 2015 when that happened. And I know right now he's in some little ruckus going on with because he called himself the world champion and something with the NBA, whatever. I'm like, you're all champions. Listen, you're all doing more than I can do. So shout out to Noah. Good for him. All right. This trash here. Now this is Starla Soloway. If you're someone who's on TikTok, you probably know the story. She was going back and forth with Crystal Crave, and there was an issue with her and with black women because she had these braids in her hair. Well, she decided the other day to take the braids out. When she took the braids out, I saw the video on social media. She took the braids out, and what happened was sometimes when you take braids out, your hair will lock up. So her hair, as you see, she cut part of it there. Her hair locked up. She had to end up cutting parts of it out. It was a hot mess. So now she's sporting a red wig, and she claiming she'll do it again if she has to. Well, girl, go ahead and do it again. Do what you gotta do. But I'm just reporting the news. She's just a loser. She had told Crystal Crave to come to a boxing ring on in Texas. I think it was in Houston on Friday night. People said she never even showed up. She told Crystal to be there at 9. The boxing place closed at 8. A hot mess. Hot mess. Tristan Thompson's ex Jordan Craig went to a California court because she knows that he's not making the money he used to. His income is dropping. So I say Tristan Thompson. I thought I had said something else. So her original agreement, and this is reported by the Daily Mail, original agreement dates back to 2019 when he was making $1.7 million. So now his salary has dropped to 9.2, and now he only had that one child whose name is Prince, who is, you see, he's cute as a button. He is adorable. Well, now he has now 3 children, including Prince, and his salary has dropped to 9.2 million. But is he still playing? Must he still playing? I don't pay no attention to him now with basketball. So she's filing to make sure she want to firm her money up and make sure she still has the same amount of money coming in. I'm like, whatever. I'm just reporting it to y'all in case y'all are interested. You know, his mother recently died, and Chloe took in his brother, who is disabled. So shout out to her for helping him with helping Tristan with his younger brother. I think the brother is like 17 or 18 years old. So shout out to them for taking care of his brother. So I'm like, whatever. Put cheese on the salami and you won't have to worry about all these kids. And stop screwing the Instagram hoes. All right, this right here is disturbing. So these people live downstairs from this nut. They lived upstairs from this nut. So this guy goes and he puts something underneath their door, a syringe that had, I think it had in it fentanyl and something. It was fentanyl and something else it had in it. I can't remember exactly what it was. I knew what it was when I put this up here, but now I forgot. But he put it underneath their door, and it made the gentleman, his wife, and their baby. They all got sick, and he was doing this on a regular basis. So what they did was they had like a potted plant, like a plant outside the door, like across in the hallway. So what they did was they put one of those GoPro type cameras in there, and that's how they caught him. As you see there on this clip, going and putting that under the door. So he got arrested and everything. So and he was a chemistry student at a Florida university. So he's a dum dum. So now he's arrested because he could have really killed them. All right, now we're on to music. And I had to bring. I saw this throwback picture. Shout out to Love B. Scott. This is Mary J. Blige, Little Kim, and Missy Elliott from 1998. Isn't that a beautiful picture? Look at them. Missy still looks the same, so does Mary, but Kim, I need old Kim back. Oh, those were the days back then. Child. Oh, and if you are in Atlanta, October 28th, they're having the One Music Fest. The headliner is Janet Jackson, along with Megan Thee Stallion, then Bryson Tiller, that trash Kodak Black, Coi Leray, Little Kim, Fabulous, Jada Kiss, Smino, and Tink. Some of the people I don't know who they are. Big Daddy Kane's going to be a Grand Nubian, Mr. Cheeks, Black Sheep, Nice and Smooth. Sounds pretty good. So tickets are out now. Go to onemusicfest.com to get your tickets. Sounds like it'll be a good time. Oh, Keke Palmer spent her 30th birthday, which was over the weekend, I believe, with Darius, which I don't understand why, but she said it was something like, I guess he's a Virgo, she's a Virgo, all these people are Virgo. I don't know. Keke, what are you doing? It's sending the wrong message. Oh, this right here. This is the last story, y'all. You remember I reported on Billy Porter talking junk about Harry Styles on the front of Vogue in a dress? Well, y'all, you know Miss Anna there with the pink feathers in the middle. Miss Anna went to her, let Billy know he was not invited to the Met Gala, which the Met Gala is early next year. That is usually in like March or April. She let Billy know that he's not invited. So Billy was being kind of apologetic and not too happy, and he kind of apologized. But Billy, you knew this was coming. You know I rock with you, Billy. No man wears a dress like you could wear a dress. Not that thing you had on in the BET Awards, that with the shoulders and whatnot. And I didn't like your makeup for that. But that cranberry or fuchsia number you got on right there, and then that black tuxedo dress you had on, that I like. But Anna got her panties in a bunch, so you're not invited. So you come over here with me, come hang out over here at our house, over here with us. But you know, we can have the Met Gala, Connecticut, because I'm sure I got a couple of ball dresses in there. I'm always buying something and not wearing it, not going nowhere. Shoes, everything, child. So y'all, that is it. Oh, that's my alarm going off. So that definitely is time for me to go. So y'all, thank you so much for listening to the Tuesday Topics Takedown. Make sure I always look at my thumbnail. Make sure I got everybody that I talked about on the thumb. Yes. So y'all remember to like and subscribe. Click on the bell button for uploads. I will do Thirsty Thursdays. I'm not sure if I'm gonna do a pre-record or if I will do that live. I have it up as live now, but we'll see how I feel come Thursday. And tomorrow I will try to put out a video about the young man who was all over the internet because the mother of his child gave him custody of the child, and now his panties are all in a bunch, which is absolutely ridiculous. It's crazy. All right, y'all. And you always remember what my friend here said.
Say it with me, kids. If protecting my peace makes me the villain, then bitch, my name is Thanos.
All right, y'all. You have a great rest of your day, evening, or night whenever you watch this, and I will see you later. Peace.
Work, work, work. To me, I can work, 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 work. See me do me dirt, 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 dirt. So me for that work, 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 work. When you walk a line, in the girl, them hurt, try me, I deserve. Nothing to be lurking. Yeah. You make a like, now you don't like it. You know I dealt with you the nicest. Nobody touched me in the right. Nobody text me in a crisis. I believe that all of your dreams are duration. You took my heart, all my keys, and my patience. You took my heart.